You can't get Teramycin ointment without a prescription? Whoa! Hey, it's Scotty, and I just got an email from somebody who they suspected their guinea pig had a hay poke or an eye scratch, and they were worried. They wanted to know what to do. And of course, you know me, I'm a broken record when it comes to hay pokes. I recommend Teramycin ointment. You put it in the eye. It is an antibiotic ointment that we use specifically for the eye and specifically for hay pokes and things like that. Maybe your piggy just got their nail clipped and they scratched their eye. Anything that has to do with an eye injury, this is generally what we use if you can't make it to the vet. It's something that keeps the eye lubricated. Now, I usually say that in a situation where it doesn't get better after 24 hours, then you definitely want to see a vet. Sometimes there are better or different drops that the vet will prescribe instead of something like Teramycin ointment. There might be an antibiotic eye drop that the vet thinks is better for a specific reason. And that has been the case for me with my piggies, that the vet has prescribed a different kind of drop. But in most circumstances, when it comes to a hay poke, Teramycin ointment is the go-to. And hay pokes can be quite nasty. We have seen so many times at the LA Guinea Pig Rescue, the eyes bulge out and they cloud over, and sometimes they get red, and it can be really scary. And oftentimes within 24 or 48 hours, they suck back in, they go back to normal, and they make a full recovery. You may see a little bit of cloudiness for a couple more weeks, and then oftentimes they make a full recovery. So I reached out to the rescue group and I asked if we still have Teramycin ointment, and one of the volunteers said, hey, you can only get it by a prescription now. And so I went on Amazon, and of course it's still available there. But then when I looked down, it said they could not ship it to me in my area, and I'm in California. And I was like, oh man. So the last time I got this was probably before this law went into effect in the spring or summer, before this law took effect. So what do? There is a workaround now. Well, this has always been a workaround, but for prescriptions. But when it comes to something like this, you do need a prescription, but you can still order it online. What you want to do is you want to go to an online pet pharmacy. Chewy has one. I've used the California Pet Pharmacy, and despite the name, they actually do ship nationwide. There are a number of pet pharmacies, and there's probably one that can send stuff to you. If you just do a search for online pet pharmacy, you'll see a bunch of them. Whichever one you think works for you, just go for that one. And maybe you want to put your country, if you're out of the US, wherever you are, I'm sure there's going to be one for you. Or you might even be able to call your vet, and they might be able to ship it to you. I have not tried this because this is new, but I would just say that this is something you want to have before the emergency happens. So I don't see any reason why your vet wouldn't give you or sign off on that prescription. So when it comes to the online pharmacy, you search what you want. A lot of times you may even have to enter a specific pet name, the specific pet that you have, and where the vet is, and you can get that prescription. So in this case, you would just put the vet that you have, and the online pharmacy will contact your vet, make sure that this prescription is authorized, and then they will just send it to you. So that is the workaround. That's what I would do, because this is something that you definitely want in your emergency kit. You know, I just made that video, 20 items, 20 must-have items for your emergency kit that you need right now. Who's squawking over here? Who's squawking back here? Bengal, is that you? Is that you, Bengal? Are you hungry? Bengal, is that you? Bengal does this thing. Let's see if he'll do it. If I purr, then he purrs with me. You hear that? You're my little purr baby. So that's what I would do. Look for an online pharmacy. There's a bunch of them out there. Get your piggies entered into their system. Get your vet into their system and call your vet and ask them if this is something that they can approve, that they would recommend. And you might even bypass the pet pharmacy and they might just be able to send it to you. But be careful, because sometimes vets may overcharge on medicine and you'll actually find, what are you smelling? You may find a better deal if you go through the online pet pharmacy. So that's just my advice. Let me know if you've had success with this down in the comments, or let me know if you live in a place where you can still get this. Now, I know places like Tractor Supply used to have it, but do they still have it? So if you haven't seen that video already, it's called 20 emergency kit items that you need right now. I'll put it right here. So please check that out. It's better to be safe than sorry. It's better to be prepared, so you're not scrambling when an emergency like a hay poke happens. The peace of mind is priceless. So on behalf of me, Bengal, and the rest of the piggies, and BB over here, thanks for watching.